couple of pieces of metal, heavier than they look, fall from the stadium. And this is an engineering flaw. When you press the button to open the stadium, stuff isn't supposed to come loose. It's not supposed to fall down. It's not supposed to potentially injure or kill someone. And this is where the lawyer part of me comes into play because, hey, not a good idea for the company to have that kind of exposure to liability resulting from killing someone. So all those things kind of mashed together for me last night, Devin. And here's my big concern. What else is wrong with that stadium that we don't know about? You know, back before the Super Bowl, when an ice storm happened and Dallas was coated in literally an inch of ice for days because they have no equipment around to break it up. They just go hide under the bed and wait for it to melt when those things happen, when the ice storm happens on rare occurrences. There was, 2 days before the game, ice started to come loose that was on the stadium, and it fell, and it injured 6 people. If that had happened the day of the Super Bowl, 2 days later, you'd have had people injured or killed going into the Super Bowl. So I just wonder, whenever something like that happens, some stupid, obvious, weird thing, and a structure that cost over $1 billion and should be pristine in operation and in appearance, it just makes me wonder, what else don't we know about that stadium? What else is going to go wrong there and potentially injure or kill someone who's paying their money to show up and watch a game? There's an extra level of duty that you have to the public when you say, hey, give us your money and come show up at our place. You got to protect those people. Big pieces of metal falling from the roof is not the way you protect the people who are paying to come watch your crappy football team.
It also made me wonder, and again, I don't know much about engineering or, true stadium or game day operations, but like, do they open the roof in preparation to open the roof on the night of the game? Like, is there I don't know, you had the boxing matches on Friday, like Saturday, are we opening the roof, seeing how it works, making sure everything, because you don't always open it? Like, do we put that a part of our process to just check? Because that just seemed crazy to me watching that video. You open the roof and out of nowhere, you see the guy like taking cover, getting out of there as the cheerleaders are in the back, just cheering, doing their thing. Like, you don't know who is going to be on the field at that time or where they're going to be. There's so many people, a part of the broadcasting, a part of the stadium operations, who are practicing, warming up, calling games on the radio. We get there pretty early, and I'm just sitting up in the booth watching, and there's just so many things happening before the actual players hit the field, but everybody's checking different things. And I just wonder, like, how about we just open the roof up? Let's run this thing a few times before we get to Monday night, and 3 or 4 hours before the game decide to open it up and do whatever we're doing. I just wonder, do they actually run this through and make sure everything's good?
Especially because they don't open that roof very often. Shereen Williams, who's lived in Texas her whole life, covered the Cowboys for years, works with us now. Somehow she's survived working with me for 6 years. But she made the point, why do you even spend the money to have a retractable roof on this stadium if you never use it? It's almost like they decided to open the roof as a distraction from the sunshine debacle from last week. Like, hey, everybody's criticizing this feature of this stadium where it's designed in a way so the sun comes in and blinds the players while they're trying to catch footballs. Let's show off this feature. Let's open the moonroof on the car. We have the moonroof. We never use it. Let's use it tonight. And, yeah, they pop it open, and all hell breaks loose. Jerry Jones, after the game, blamed it on high winds or whatever. But this is where engineering comes into play. That's how you design it. You factor in that there's going to be wind. You factor in that there's going to be elements. Those are all parts of the architecture, the design, the engineering, everything that goes into the strategy. The same detail that we have praised Bill Belichick and criticized Mike McCarthy for as it relates to a football team. Those obsessions with detail apply to everything else in life, everything you build. You better have that attention to detail, or you are going to get people injured or worse. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.